I did a thing and I bought another van for my detailing business. So this is one of those things that I came across and it was almost too good to pass up. So this is a 2013 Ford Transit Connect and it only had 46,000 miles on it. I'm like, oh my gosh. I opened up the back doors and I looked inside and this thing is so clean. It already came with the partition wall, which is awesome. I figure this might have been used as like a floral van or something like that because this thing is so clean. Even the seats, I mean, normally these Ford Connects get hammered and trashed, but the seats up here in front also look incredible. So it's in really great shape. So anyways, I had to buy it. And it came with the ladder racks too. And I'm washing a whole lot more RVs, fifth wheels, campers, and stuff like that. So those ladder racks are gonna come in handy a lot. Those are gonna be great. And there's even a locking mechanism up here on the top. So if you do have a really expensive ladder, you can stick a lock in it, which I love for security. This is gonna be parked right next to my trailer. Inside of my subdivision, we have this big, huge RV lot. I pay like $360 a year to park back there. Residents that own non-commercial vehicles, get this, they only pay $10 a year to use this huge RV lot back there, which is super awesome. One of the reasons why I bought this is because I'm still gonna use my trailer setup. That's not going anywhere. In fact, I love that thing, but I'm gonna run this van in tandem. So all of the bigger jobs that I have, I may run two setups where I have my trailer there and a van setup. Also, I'm getting probably 8 to 9 miles to the gallon in my truck when I'm going from job to job hauling a trailer. And one of the reasons for that is it's also lifted, it's got airbags on it, huge tires. It is not fuel efficient in any way, shape, or form. This van right here is gonna get around 24 miles to the gallon. Now, when it's fully loaded with equipment and water and a generator, it's gonna get a little less, but still, let's call it 20 miles to the gallon. That's a whole lot better than 8 to 9. So I'm really looking forward to the fuel efficiency of this van. All right, let me flip my camera around real quick and I'll show you guys what I'm gonna do here. So as you can see, I've already started to build out the floor. So underneath this is just a typical rubber inlay that sits over the metal on the floor here. So what I've done is I've taken 3/4 inch plywood here and I've started to shape it out so I can start to secure this to the floor and then mount all of my equipment. The really cool thing about this van is, and I've already got these secured, there's anchor points in the floor. So this piece of wood right here is already anchored. I'm gonna put where the straps go on this water tank right here, I'm gonna actually drill straight through the floor. There's a spot for me to do that without hitting like a gasoline tank or something. There's a spot for me to drill straight through here. So this back is gonna serve as the anchor point for my wall. So my wall is gonna be built from here all the way up to the top. It's gonna go across, come back down, and then with plywood, I'm gonna shape this out. So it'll concave and it'll fit in here perfect, just like a glove. You know, what I like about these 2013 Ford Transit Connects, these older style vans, is they got the high top. So I'm gonna be able to fit all of my reels back here, and I'm also gonna put my spotless water system on the back of this wall. I'm gonna try and fit the RO, the water filters, the vacuum hose reel, everything. So when these back doors open up, it's like, bam, it looks just absolutely incredible. And if I measured everything out right, it should all fit. Believe it or not, it's gonna all fit. So I cannot wait to get started on this. But check this out, you guys. So there's these anchor points all over. Now, this van had 2 shelves that were in here. There was one shelf right here, and there was another shelf right here that I pulled out, which, by the way, if any of you guys are looking for some shelves, I'll sell those to you. I don't need them. But anyways, there's these anchor points, and I'm gonna use all of these to my advantage. In fact, what I'm gonna do is my wall, when I build it, is gonna come up to about right here. There's no anchor point. So I'm gonna run a metal rod from that anchor point into the wall, and that's gonna act as reinforcement. So over here, coming around, of course, we've got a generator slide out, which I purchased from my good buddy, Tony Ralda. If you guys are looking for a generator slide out, you need to reach out to him. Go to raldasdetails.com. This is where my generator is gonna sit right here. And again, another anchor point. So I'm gonna run a beam from here all the way across to the other side, and that's gonna anchor down this floorboard right here. In fact, if you look underneath this floor, let's see if I can lift this up so you guys can see. You see all of those bolts that are bolting down that partition? I'm gonna remove all the bolts, and I'm gonna use those existing holes. I'm gonna go buy some longer ones, and I'm gonna use all of the existing holes to bolt down this side of the board. In fact, I think that goes right into the frame, so that will be really, really secure. I'm gonna put my Kranzla, my pressure washer, right here. I'm gonna plumb it into here and build a shelf on top of the tank. This is a reverse osmosis housing for my spotless water system that I'm gonna put in here. And that's a 50-gallon water tank. And what's great about a system, my spotless water system, is I can wash 10 RVs if I want with a 50-gallon water tank, as long as I'm connected to a water source, because I can make pure water wherever I am. I wasn't overly concerned about a huge water tank because I knew I could make pure water on demand, which is one of the benefits of the Spotless Water Booster. So that is definitely going inside of this van. It is a must. It is not a question of if, but it is going to happen, and it's gonna look killer. So anyways, I'm really, really stoked and excited for this van build out. Just the fuel efficiency alone is giving me the tingles. But anyways, check this out, guys. Looks awesome. It's got a couple of scratches, a couple of dents, you know, but it's a sweet van. One of the benefits of doing a second build out is you learn after the first time everything you need and everything you don't need. So everything in this van is gonna be everything I don't need and everything that I do need. So I can afford to be as compact as I want. I'm really not concerned about, am I gonna have enough, space for all of these chemicals and all this other stuff? I'll tell you something else that I've learned over the last couple of years detailing cars. I've got like a handful of chemicals that I use, maybe 6. And some of you guys might be thinking, no, come on, you gotta use more than that. I'm serious, guys. I have like 6 chemicals that I use when I detail a car. That's it. And they're the same 6 chemicals that I've really grown to love and get used to. But I'm sure there's probably more that I use, but I use the same 6 when I'm cleaning a car. Of course, I went with the Predator 3500 generator, and I love this thing. I've used it in my trailer. I had a crazy thing happen in my trailer where I had a Predator generator catch fire. I still bought a new one, and the reason why is because I took it back to Harbor Freight, and get this, they gave me a brand new one right there on the spot, no questions asked. It was under warranty. And so I loved that. I loved the fact that I could be out on a job, have something go critically wrong. There's Harbor Freights everywhere. So for me to go in and exchange it and get a new one and get back up and running the same day, that sold me. If this was a Honda or one of those Champion generators, now I'm dealing with calling the manufacturer, fussing around with them back and forth, shipping it out to them, and I'm out how long without a generator while I'm going through all that? So that's why I loved this Harbor Freight Predator 3500 generator. I will buy it over and over and over again. It's also really easy to maintain. Oil changes are super, super simple. I was trying to think about what kind of a compressor did I want for this van, knowing I was limited on space. And so I wanted something small, but that still had high CFM. And this one here allows me to use a Tornador blow tool It's got 5.1 CFM at 90 PSI, and it's relatively compact. So Tyler from Elite Auto Detailing, if you're watching this video, he recommended that I buy this thing. He swore about it. He's like, that is the best compressor I've ever used. So this has got to be an amazing air compressor. For those of you who are using it, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear, what do you like about that air compressor? Does it really hold up to a Tornador blow tool? But anyways, all right. Tony Ralda, one of my other good friends, told me about the VacMaster Beast. And after doing some research, this is probably, for the money that you pay, the best compact vacuum that you can buy. So I'm gonna put this thing to the test and see if I like it. Based off of the reviews that I've read and just kind of talking to other detailers who have used it themselves, they all say that they love it. So can't wait to use it. Really small. It's gonna work out great. Okay, my air hose reel. You know, in my trailer, I ended up buying an Earthquake XT, again from Harbor Freight. This thing is indestructible, and I've loved using this thing. I've never had a single issue with it. So I decided to go and buy another one from Harbor Freight. Kranzla, bought another one of those. In fact, I bought a new one for my trailer setup, and I took the old one out of my trailer, and I'm gonna stick that one in the van. So, got a pump. This is made by Seaflow. This is gonna allow me to pull water from my tank so I can fill up water buckets. And then, of course, we've got a Cox hose reel for the pressure washer. Cox hose reels are the best in the business. And this is a 65-foot electrical reel. And this was gifted to me from another guy whose name is Steve. And Steve, if you're watching this video, you better call me because I haven't heard from you in like 8 months. But anyways, when I helped him build out his van, in fact, he bought a Ford Transit van. I helped him build that out. He ended up going with a smaller electric hose reel. And so he gifted this one to me, and I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna put it to use. It's 65 feet long. There have been times where I wish my electrical hose reel was longer. So I'm excited for this one. And then of course, we've got the Cox vacuum hose reel. And everything, guys, when you put everything on reels, it makes your life as a detailer so much easier. It streamlines your process, makes you much quicker. You don't have to sit here and haul stuff in and out of your van. I like the ease of use of having everything on reels. I won't go any other way now that I've been using reels. So, and of course I've got an extension cord outlet that Tony Ralda made for me that goes specifically and plugs 30 amp slot. So I can plug a lot of high powered equipment into this and it'll handle it. And I've got my water filters over here, which I've just been kind of thinking about where did I want to put everything. And now that I've got a plan knocked down, we are going to get working on this tomorrow morning. And it looks like FedEx just arrived with a big order from the Clean Garage, which is more equipment than I'm putting. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Which I'm gonna be loading into my detail van. So I'm excited for that. Hey, you can just leave that right there, actually. Thank you so much. And I also bought a 100-foot pressure washer hose from Obsessed Garage. And this is the Obsessed Garage version 1 or something like that. This is not the Cobra Jet hose. I've used Cobra Jet hoses. They are freaking awesome. But the little hidden gem at Obsessed Garage is that Obsessed Garage branded V1 pressure washer hose. Guys, I think I like it better than Cobra Jet, believe it or not. I feel like it's more pliable. The only complaint that I have about it is there is kind of this waxy film on the hose, and I think that's just a protectant that they put on it. If you take a rag with some VRP, and as you reel it onto your reel with that VRP, it'll take that wax off. But I love that hose. It is awesome. And when I buy my third setup, I'm gonna buy that hose again. All right, let's rip into this box and see what we got from the Clean Garage. Okay. Awesome. Okay, we've got a Mosmatic wand and another Mosmatic spray gun is inside of this thing here. And I decided to try out the new IK spray bottles. I've heard some good things about these. I've had the worst luck with spray bottles. I can't tell you how many I go through. So I am hoping that these are the real deal. But maybe I'll make a video on these after I get using them, and I'll let you guys know how I like them. But I got quite a bit of them. Here's all the spray nozzles. Another Tornador. This time I got a Velocity Vac. You know, I find myself using the Tornador and the vacuum in tandem a lot, so I figured, you know what? This go around, I'm gonna go ahead and get the one that incorporates the vacuum into the top. So I also like that it has the metal spindle instead of the cheap plastic one in the center that you have to replace every so often. So again, after I get using this, I've used the Tornador a million times, but I've never used it with a vacuum hose. So I am stoked to start using this one. They just gave these to me for free. I don't know, maybe we'll do a giveaway. Anybody want these? Again, comment below, and if you're willing to pay the shipping, I'll send them to you for free. All right. And then, of course, we've also got the IK Foam Pro, and this is the big guy. So, guys, love this. I can't tell you how many times I got sick and tired of with that little small foamer that you have to sit here and pump over and over and over again. I'm like, I'm gonna get the big one, because here's why. It actually comes with, I wanna say these things are called Slater valves. I can't remember the exact term right now. But anyways, you can fill this up with compressed air. So as I get on my job, I'll get out my air tool, I'll fill this up with air, and this thing is good for like 2 cars, doing all the tires and rims. So saved me a ton of time, puts out great foam, and I highly, highly recommend this IK foamer to anyone. I've loved it. And let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, yep, and we've got another foam cannon. So that's, all this stuff is going in the new detailing setup. So when you start to buy this all over again, you know, for another setup, you think, oh, I just need this and I just need that. And then all of a sudden you buy this stuff, you're like, oh, wait, I need this. I need brushes. You know, I need spray bottles, because I didn't want to have to keep transferring stuff from my trailer setup to the van setup. I wanted the van to have all of its own stuff, just like the trailer. So I'm starting to hire people and bring guys with me out on jobs. And I also want them to have their own set of tools. I don't want to be jumping over someone, waiting for someone to finish with, you know, the vacuum, or waiting for someone to finish with an interior brush, right? So anyways, guys, I'm super excited for this van build out. I cannot wait to get started on it. It is small, it's compact, but it's gonna be freaking awesome. So I cannot wait to get building this. In fact, I've got a big day tomorrow morning. I'm gonna wake up really early, and I'm gonna start working on the floor. Once the floor is in place, then we can start framing out the wall, putting in reels, laying FRP, and all that other fun stuff. So guys, hope you're having a fantastic day, and we'll see you on the next one.